What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Nujabes from his album Modal Soul. Once again, I am working from the 2024 repress. Big shout out to my friend Chris, as well as to the handful of folks who've been following these particular reactions. And the next tune in the playlist is World's End Rhapsody, which sounds, in one way, cataclysmic, the world's end, it coming to an end. Now, of course, there are phrases like the world ends with a whimper and so on, but generally speaking, if the world is ending, not just becoming depopulated or other potential outcomes, then it sounds like there is some catastrophic event, some cataclysm. But then a rhapsody, a performance, a production, usually musical, in which different parts, different members, different instruments are coming together, often in harmony, to perform a joint endeavor. So yeah, in a way it sounds hopeful, even as it also sounds cataclysmic. So I don't quite know what to expect, and it doesn't list anyone being featured here, so it is possible this is an instrumental, and in that regard, then I would interpret the title in light of any sonics I might hear. So let's find out what it is in practice. This is, as I said, World's End Rhapsody, which again, I don't see any additional credits or lyrics written by. So I'm actually going to go into this assuming it is in fact an instrumental. Okay, it is the first track on this side. So yes, Nujabes from Modal Soul, and the track is World's End Rhapsody. Like a house tune? that's cool, and I feel like that's a lot different than a lot of the other tunes on the album so far. And again, as someone who started going to rave parties in the mid 1990s, and especially in the later 90s when I was going, multiple times per weekend, it reminds me of a lot of deep jazz, soul, disco house, like any one of those, deep house, jazz house, disco house, soul house. Like it feels like it's in that nexus. And if this mixed into, let's say, Music Sounds Better With You by Stardust or something, which was a hit in the late 90s. I think it was like one of the guys from Daft Punk, and it was like a kind of one-off project, but the people involved were all in like other kind of famous house slash, let's say, tech house type groups. Yeah, I would not be surprised at all. I feel like it would fit right into some house sets that I heard at parties back in the late 90s, early 2000s. So in that sense, I know this album was originally, what was it, 04, 05? I'm forgetting in the moment, but like mid 2000s. So in a way, like it feels like it's very much of its era in a very good way. Now again, like my personal interest, more like harder techno and, harder trance and so on, but yeah, I was around a lot of good house sets at parties back then, and this feels like it could fit right in. Now, that being said, I feel like you could flow over this. Someone like an MC could definitely do something with this in a freestyle capacity, so I think it still works in, let's say, the overriding sonic context of this album. But I very much enjoyed it. And again, like a lot of disco house from that era, there are parts where those vocals, especially those like sung, like backing vocals, which sound like they're from a disco track, they're sort of closed off, turned around, kind of muffled, and then there's moments where the sound cleans up and turns around, which again, that's very common in a lot of disco house from back then. There's some jazzy elements certainly, but it has a soul feel, and yet also still, again, like a dance floor type of feel overall. And definitely there was like a vocal on the latter half of the tune that really stood out, with the guy saying something about like I love you, but it's like why I love you or something like that. So yeah, it's clearly taken some vocal bits from different pieces and putting them in here in a nice arrangement. So yeah, I enjoy this a lot. Number one, because again, I listen to a lot of dance music going back decades. Number two, partially because it is so different from a lot of the rest of the album, even though again I'm loving the lo-fi hip-hop sonics on the album. And again, people who've started commenting on these Nujabes reactions have made clear to me that he's one of the pioneers of that genre. Like he's not just making tunes in that style, but he's one of the people responsible for crafting that style. So I appreciate that and am looking forward to more insights, of course. But yeah, a cool tune. Again, not like lyrics per se, so not a whole lot to analyze there, but definitely a nice danceable, groovy tune. It's the kind of track, again, like, having gone to a lot of parties that were like harder acid techno or like gabber and hardcore, and then my friends and I would come home after the party, and on the way back, or like when we got back and we were, kind of hanging out before, while we're winding down, waiting to go to bed, we'd listen to mixtapes and, house tracks like this. So it would be good in that type of environment. In any case, the next track is, in fact, the title track, Modal Soul, and it features Hiroto Oyama, or Uyama Hiroto, which would be the way to say it, like Japanese style. I think Uyama is the surname, Hiroto the given name, and again, in Japanese culture, you say the surname first and then the given name. So we'll look forward to that one, and again, it feels like it must be significant in one way or another if it became the name of the album. In any case, let me know what you think of this, and I will see you then. Peace.